8386 microprocessor is a 32-bit processor that holds the ability to carry out 32-bit operation in one cycle. It has data and address bus of 32-bit each. Thus, has the ability to address 4 gigabytes or 2 to the power 32 of physical memory. Multitasking and protection capability are the two key characteristics of 8386 microprocessor. 8386 has an internal dedicated hardware that permits multitasking. We know 8086 is a 16-bit processor and 8286 was an advancement of 8086 with some additional characteristics. But with the advent of technology, Intel introduced a 32-bit processor whose processing speed was twice as that of 8286 microprocessor. This was 8386 microprocessor that was designed by Intel in October 1985 and was an upgrade version of 8286 microprocessor. Let us discuss about 8386 microprocessor architecture in this video lecture. Before discussing about the architecture of 8386, let us discuss about the features of 8386 microprocessor. As it is a 32-bit processor, thus it has a 32-bit arithmetic and logical unit. 8386 has data bus of 32 bits and it holds address bus of 32 bits. It supports physical memory addressability of 4 gigabytes and virtual memory addressability of 64 gigabytes. 8386 supports variety of operating clock frequencies which are 16 MHz, 20 MHz, 25 MHz and 33 MHz. It offers 3-stage pipeline: fetch, decode and execute, as it supports simultaneous fetch, decode and execution inside the system. We have already discussed in our previous video lecture on 8286 that 8286 supports two operating modes. The first is real addressing mode while the second is the protected virtual addressing mode. However, 8386 supports three operating modes: real, protected and virtual real mode. Of the two modes of 8286 microprocessor, initially the 8286 was booted in real mode. However, to have better operating performance, separate software command is used to switch from the real mode to protected mode. But it requires the resetting of microprocessor in order to switch to real mode from protected mode. This drawback was eliminated in 8386 that allows the switching between the modes using software commands. In the protected mode, 8386 microprocessor operates in similar way like 8286 but offers higher memory addressing ability. In virtual mode, the overall memory of 8386 can be divided into various virtual machines and all of them acts as a separate computer with 8086 microprocessor. This mode is also called virtual 8086 mode or V86 mode. The other one is the virtual real mode. This mode allows the system to execute multiple programs in the protected memory, and in case a program at a particular memory get crashed, then it will not cause any adverse effect on the other part of the memory. Now let us discuss about the architecture of 8085 microprocessor. The simplified block diagram of 8386 microprocessor is shown here. The internal architecture of 8386 processor consists of three different sections such as central processing unit, memory management unit and bus interface unit. The central processing unit consists of an execution unit and instruction unit. The execution unit has 8 general purpose registers and 8 special purpose registers. These registers are used for handling data or calculating offset address. The instruction unit is used to decode the opcode bytes received from the 16-byte instruction code queue and followed by arranging them into a 3-instruction decode instruction queue. After decoding opcode bytes of instructions, information passes to the control section to provide the necessary control signals. The barrel shifter increases the speed of all shifts and control operations. The multiply or divide logic implements the bit shift rotate algorithm to complete the instruction operations within minimum time. The 32-bit multiplication division can be executed within 1 microseconds by the multiply divide logic. The next unit is memory management unit. The memory management unit has a segment unit and a paging unit. Let us first discuss about the segment unit. The segment unit uses two address components, namely segment and offset, to relocate and sharing of code and data. The segment unit allows a maximum size of 4 GB segment. The segment unit has 4 level protection mechanisms to protect and isolate the system's code and data from the application program. The limit and attribute PLA is used to check segment limit and attributes at segment level to keep away from invalid access to code and data. Next, about paging unit. The paging unit arranges the physical memory in terms of pages of 4 kilobyte size each. The paging unit always acts under the control of segment unit, and each segment is divided into pages. The virtual memory is also arranged in terms of segments and pages by the memory management unit. Usually, the paging unit converts linear address into physical address. The control and attribute PLA is used to check the privilege at page level. Each page always maintains the paging information of the task. Let us now discuss about the bus interface unit. The bus interface unit interfaces the 8386 processor with the memory and I/O devices. To fetch instruction and transfer data from code fetcher unit, the processor provides address, data, and control signals through bus interface unit. The code prefetch is used for fetching instructions from the memory while bus interface unit is not executing any bus cycle. The bus control section has a request priority to decide the priority of various bus requests. This section controls the bus access. The address driver is used for bus enable signal BE3 to BE0 and address signals A31 to A0. The pipeline and bus size control unit handles the related control signals. Let us now discuss about the registers of 8386. Now, let us start discussing about each and every registers in detail. First, let us start with 32-bit extended instruction pointer. The instruction pointer of 8086 and 8286 can only support program segment of 64 kilobytes, but the extended instruction pointer register is able to support programs up to 4 gigabytes. The control segment register enables large programs and its content can be changed under program control. The instruction pointer cannot be written directly by the program. The instruction pointer can be changed by execution of jump, call, return, and interrupt instructions. For example, during the execution of a call and jump instruction, the value of code segment as well as the instruction pointer are changed to locate a new physical memory location. Now let us discuss about the code segment register. Each program has a stack segment. In 8086 microprocessor, the stack grows downward and the value of stack pointer decreases with the execution of push instruction and increases with the execution of pop instruction. In 8386 processor, when the data is stored on the stack, the value of extra stack pointer is decreased by 4 as the 8386 always writes a complete double word or a 4 byte. If the 8386 operates in 16-bit mode, 2 bytes will be stored on the stack and the value of stack pointer will be reduced by 2 after each push command. Next, let us discuss about the general purpose registers. The general purpose register is able to hold 8, 16 or 32-bit data. The 8086 microprocessor has byte and word sized registers, but the 8386 contains double word sized or extended registers. The 8 and 16-bit registers can be addressed just like 8086 microprocessor as AX, BX, CX, DX, stack index register, SI, DI, destination index register, and stack pointer, flags, instruction point register as 16-bit registers, and they have been extended to 32 bits. A 32-bit register is called as an extended register, and it is being represented by the register name with the prefix E. For example, a 32-bit register corresponding to AX is represented as EAX. Similarly, all 32-bit general purpose registers are represented as EAX, EBX, ECX, EDX, ESI, EDI, ESP, EBP, EFLAG and EIP. When we want to use this 16-bit registers as 8-bit register as similar to 8086, it can be divided into ALAH, BLBH, CLCH and DLDH. The extended AX register's application is to hold the multiplication, division input and output and shift operations. The extended BX register pointer, it is nothing but of a pointer to base address in data segment. The CX register is used as for counting, rotate and shift operation, and this DX register is used for multiplication, division, for holding the input and output, as similar to that of the 8086 microprocessor and 8286 microprocessor. The EBP is nothing but of a pointer to base address in stack segment, and ESI or SI is nothing but of the index pointer and source string. The DI is nothing but of index pointer and destination string, and SP is nothing but of the stack operation, and IP is nothing but of the instruction offset. So besides these 32-bit registers, the 8386 also provides two new 16-bit segment registers such as FS and GS. FS and GS. The FS and GS registers are additional extra segment registers which allows access of 6 different segments. in memory without reloading a segment register. In real mode operation, the segment register contains a segment address, and in protected mode operation, they contain a selector just as in 8086. Let us now discuss about the control register and system address registers of 8086 microprocessor. The 8386 processor has 4 32-bit control registers CR0, CR1, CR2 and CR3. These registers are used to hold global machine status. The load and store instructions are used to access these registers. In 8386, these registers perform paged memory management, cache, enable, disable, and protected mode operations. The 8386 has 4 system address registers to refer the descriptor tables as shown in the figure. The 4 different types of descriptor tables are global descriptor table, local descriptor table, and task state segment descriptor. The system address and segment registers are used to hold the address of descriptor table GDT, IDT, LDT and TSS and their respective segments. These registers are called GDTR, IDTR, LDTR and TR respectively. The GDTR and IDTR are known as system address, but LDTR and TR are known as system segment registers. Now let us discuss about the debug register and test register. The 8386 has 8 32-bit debug registers DR0 to DR7 for hardware debugging as depicted in the figure. Among the 8 debug registers, 2 registers DR5 and DR4 are reserved by the Intel. The first 4 registers DR0 to DR3 are used to store 4 program controllable breakpoint addresses. The DR7 and DR6 hold breakpoint control and breakpoint status informations respectively. The 2 test registers TR6 and TR7 exist in 8386 processor for page cache as shown in the figure. The TR6 is known as test control and TR7 is called as test status register. Let us now discuss about the flag register of 8086 microprocessor. The flag register of 8386 is a 32-bit register as shown in the figure. Among these 32 bits, D31 to D18 D15 and D3 are reserved by Intel and D1 is always 1. The lower 15 bits of flag register of 8386 are same as 8286 microprocessor. Only 2 flags are newly added to 8286 flag register to get the flag register of 8386. The 2 new flags are VM and RF flags. All other flags are as similar to that of 8286 microprocessor. You can check the details of the flags in the previous video lecture also. The RF flag is nothing but of resume flag. This is the first bit in the extended E flag register. It is used with the debug register breakpoint. At the starting of each instruction cycle, the status of RF is always checked. If RF is equal to 1, any debug fault will be ignored while executing any instruction. This flag is automatically reset after execution of instruction except RET and POP. The VM flag is of virtual mode flag. When this flag is set, the 8386 enters in the virtual 8086 mode within the protected mode. If VS is set, the 8386 operates in protected mode. When this flag is cleared or reset, the 8386 operates in real addressing mode. So that's all with the architecture of 8386 microprocessor. Let us discuss about the modes of operation of 8386 microprocessor in the next video lecture. Thank you.